Hey guys, the Red Devil's back again, and in this video we are gonna be reacting to VoicePlay Friends on the Other Side featuring J.None for the very first time. I can already tell that this is going to be amazing, and not just because I'm already familiar with VoicePlay because of the name. So many people have been recommending VoicePlay to me, and I have been meaning to react to their music for quite some time, so I thought why not do it now. And also because the other day, so the day before yesterday, just so happens to be the 20th/22nd birthday of my bear Ted. It's the grey bear behind me. I may have him say hello later. And yeah, I thought why not react to one of my favorite Disney villain songs, a cover by them, as a way to be introduced to them. So while that's maybe the case for this, that is not going to stop me from still feeling very excited with listening to VoicePlay covering Friends on the Other Side from The Princess and the Frog for the very first time ever. And also, just very quickly, Ted's here and he says hello and he hopes you're all doing well. If you are new to this channel, then please don't forget to leave a like, hit the subscribe button and turn on notifications so you'll get notified every time I upload a new video. And just like Life Would Stand, I let the song play all the way through and then I give my comments at the end. So guys, with that being said, I need you to sit back, relax, and watch me react.
Sire, this man is obviously a charlatan. I suggest we move on to it.
Don't you disrespect me, little man.
Oh.
Don't you derogate or deride.
Okay.
You're in my world now, not your world. And I got friends on the other side. That's an echo, gentlemen. Just a little something we have here in Louisiana, a little poetry. Don't worry. Sit down at my table.
Okay.
Put your mind at ease. If you relax, it will enable me to do anything I please. I can read your future. I can cheat you around some too. I look deep into your heart and soul. You do have a soul, don't you, Lawrence?
Make
your wildest dreams come true.
I got voodoo, I got things I ain't even tried. And I got friends on the other side.
Yeah, I got friends on the other side. Come on. The cards will tell.
The past, the present, and the future as well.
The cards, just take 3.
Take a little trip into your future with me. Now you young men are from across the sea. You come from 2 long lines of royalty. Your lifestyle's high, but your funds are low. You got a married little honey whose daddy got dough. Mom and dad cut you off, huh, playboy?
Sad but true.
Now you gotta get hitched, but hitching ties you down. You just wanna be free, hopping place to place. But freedom takes green. It's the green, it's the green, it's the green you need. When I look into the future, it's the green that I see. On you, little man, don't wanna waste much time. You've been pushed around all your life.
I'm deeply immersed.
You've been pushed around by your mother and your sister and your brother. And if you was married, you'd be pushed around by your wife. But in your future, the you I see is exactly the man you always wanted to be. Shake my hand. Come on, boys. Won't you shake a poor sinner's hand? Yes. Are you ready? Are you ready? Transformation Central. Reformation Central. Transmogrification Central. Can you feel that? Yeah. You're changing, alright. I hope you're satisfied. But if you ain't, don't blame me. You can blame my friends on the other side.
I've got friends on the other side.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay, well, for starters, just like always, I am absolutely stunned by what I have just heard. I mean, I would say I've heard VoicePlay's music before, but I haven't, even though I am familiar with their name, like I said at the start of this. So I had absolutely no idea what to expect, and now I'm just amazed. And now that I've just seen and heard that, I now know that no matter how many times I listen to VoicePlay's music in future reactions, whether it's one of my favourites from them or one that I've never heard before but know I will eventually become obsessed with, like this one, the voices of Jeff Castellucci, I don't know if that's how you say his name, Lane Stein, Eli Jacobson, and Cesar De La Rosa, I am so sorry, as well as J.None, will always surprise me every time. I mean, just like with Pentatonix and Home Free, I was completely captivated in there with these guys. And I know I'm pretty much saying what I always say in all my reactions to some of the most amazing people out there, but it's only because these guys have done the same thing as everyone else I've listened to, which astounds me with such an amazing and incredible performance, and it's making me find it very hard to try and think of something completely different to say, but I am trying my hardest. And it's also because while I did really enjoy what we've just heard a lot, I do just want to say that while I did absolutely love it, it did make me feel slightly more desperate and hopeful that Pentatonix will cover Friends on the Other Side at some point, because, well, I mean, I thought J.None was excellent, and I know Matt Sally would also absolutely slay Dr. Facilier, and because, like, every time I listen to Pentatonix's cover of You're a Mean One, Mr. Grinch, it just makes me wish that they would also cover the iconic song from The Villain in The Princess and the Frog, and while I did think J.None absolutely slayed Dr. Facilier, I'm pretty sure Matt Sally will too. But enough about all of that, even though I really am hoping Pentatonix will also cover Friends on the Other Side at some point, especially seeing as I'm sure Keith David would absolutely approve of it, as well as this one, and I'm very sorry for sidetracking. I'm focusing on VoicePlay's music and the voices of the members. Okay, so I don't know about you, but as soon as they started singing, just like with all the others, I was just blown away, because while I have already said that I've heard of VoicePlay before, as well as heard Friends on the Other Side many times before, I have also already said that I've never heard VoicePlay's cover of it before, as well as any cover of it before, so up until a few minutes ago, I was not expecting to see or hear any of that at all, and I loved every second of it, and I may still be processing it, not only because of how it was such an amazing and incredible performance, but also because of the amount of power these guys brought to it. And I say that because, and I know I've said this every time for everyone else, but now I need to say it again for these guys, now that it's the first time I've heard them, so I need to say it. If I'm being perfectly honest, their voices just have, and always will, have so much control over those who listen to each of them because of how much power and enjoyment they clearly have to them, and also because, just like the voices of all the other amazing singers and artists out there, as well as a cappella groups especially in this case, their voices as well as themselves are just absolutely beautiful.
What they say? What song is that? What song's that?
And if I had to say what my favourite parts of it were, I'd have to say that one of them has got to be the energy and theatricality VoicePlay brings to this performance, because to me, the way they present Friends on the Other Side feels so playful, dramatic, and full of character, and I also think they capture the spirit of the song perfectly. That mischievous, mysterious vibe really shines through. And another standout element for me has got to be how this song resonates with my autism, because I think the clear character moments and structured rhythm make it really engaging and easy to follow, and I also really love how the repetition and patterns in the song make it feel fun, stimulating, and extremely satisfying to listen to. And another one of the most thrilling moments for me, and possibly my favourite part of the whole thing, has got to be the character work and visual storytelling, because personally, I think the expressions, movements and staging bring the whole performance to life, and I also really like how it feels like a full performance rather than just a song. It is just so creative and entertaining. And I know I've asked this before, but it needs to be asked again, especially for the new guys. How does VoicePlay sound so amazing and powerful when singing? I mean, I know I've just heard them sing, but I know that with future reactions I will continue to get this feeling as if I'm hearing them and their music and their voices for the very first time ever, and I just don't know how it always happens with everyone I listen to. I mean, I think we've all heard amazing and powerful songs before, but when it comes to people like the members of VoicePlay and all the other amazing singers and artists and a cappella groups out there, I think we can all agree that the vocals from these people are something else, but in their own unique ways. And if I'm being perfectly honest, I loved every second of it, and I am definitely going to be giving it a 10 out of 10 for being absolutely amazing, as well as extremely enjoyable and obviously very powerful and very beautiful. And that's pretty much all I have to say about them, and an amazing cover by them, one that I am absolutely sure that Disney and Keith David would absolutely approve of. But one thing's for sure, I am still stunned and astounded, and I know VoicePlay are going to continue making me feel that way, because if the others always do that to me, such as Home Free and Pentatonix, then I know VoicePlay will always do that to me too. But anyway guys, that is all for this video. I really hope you guys enjoyed me reacting to VoicePlay's cover of Friends on the Other Side featuring J.None for the very first time. Special shout out for this video goes to VoicePlay, congratulations. I'm gonna go now, I will see you guys in the next video. Goodbye! And to quote unquote life would stand for the next reaction video, I need you to sit back, relax, and watch me react.